Several themes have been outlined in charting Malaysia's recovery from the COVID-19 pandemic, including strengthening the public healthcare system and related industries to boost preparedness for potential future pandemics, said Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin. Muhyiddin, who is chairman of the National Recovery Council, said aside from healthcare, economic sectors that required the utmost attention must be identified and assisted to get back on their feet, with focus given to tourism, education and the small-medium enterprises. At the same time, efforts must be made to identify and properly incentivize businesses which have good growth potentials in the medium to long term. We must also strengthen key strategic sectors which are a critical part of global supply chains. This will enhance our overall national competitiveness and, more importantly, ensure more jobs are created for Malaysians, especially the youth, he said in his closing address at the National Recovery Summit on Thursday. The summit was jointly organized by the National Recovery Council, the Economic Club of Kuala Lumpur and the KSI Strategic Institute for Asia Pacific. The former Prime Minister also pointed to the need to create a conducive and sustainable ecosystem for inclusive growth which would enable a robust recovery, including strategies for development of physical and digital infrastructure and bolster commitment to environment, social and governance policies. Next, enhancing the adoption of digitalisation in businesses and government services, and providing the necessary infrastructure that will encourage the adoption of digital technologies. The necessity of this should be self-evident, in light of how digitalisation helped keep individuals working and businesses going during the pandemic, he pointed out. Muhyiddin said the government must also ensure that growth nurtured through the recovery process is distributed evenly to avoid widening of income gaps and worsening fault lines in the society. I invite captains of industries, civil society movers, politicians, community and youth leaders to share their ideas so that we can together craft a recovery that is aligned with the nation's broader interests. This recovery process must be inclusive so that we can nurture growth and generate a sustainable recovery for Malaysia. We must ensure that no one is left behind in the recovery process, regardless of race, geography and income levels. We must nurture inclusive growth to generate a robust recovery and strengthen Malaysia's position in a post-pandemic global landscape, he said. Echoing the Prime Minister, Muhyiddin said all must come together in the spirit of the Malaysian family, as our common future and shared destiny as a nation are at stake if all do not work together to get Malaysia back on her feet.